Radio and the Door County Daily News. We're here at the Door County Fairgrounds where World Safety Day just wrapped up. Over 250 kids got a nice dose of safety tips heading into the summer. We're joined right now by Niki Peterson from Door County Medical Center. Niki, you helped organize this event. Tell us about some of the different stations that were here, because the kids from 9 to 2 o'clock, they were locked in and learning all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, we had 17 different learning safety stations this year. We had water from Coast Guard, fire department, electrical from Sturgeon Bay Utilities. We did first aid from the ER side. We had public health. They talked about like kitchen safety. We had mental health. We had pet safety, small and animal, large animal. And then a new one that they did this year, which was actually one of my favorites, was we incorporated flag etiquette. So we invited the Door County ambits to come and to show kids like the importance of the flag and how to honor the flag, and even learn how to fold the flag. It was something that I learned when I was at their age, at 8 and 9 years old.
And why is it important for, groups like Door County Medical Center and all the other people that came here today to be able to have that time with third and fourth graders to kind of introduce some of these safety tips?
Yeah, I grew up on a dairy farm myself, so family-run dairy farm, and I remember being at their age where I was left home alone, or not all day, but for a couple hours. And so this is the time where if parents need to go to work for a little bit or run to the store, kids should know how to work in the kitchen. They should know if there's an emergency, what happens if there's a fire, what do you do if you have a pool. All of those things are so important. And ultimately, I work in the ER, and I don't want to have to see these kids in the emergency department. We're always there if there's an emergency, but we really want them just to be safe and to have a good summer. So,
do those experiences as a registered nurse kind of maybe trick some people into coming and be like, hey, we need you. I saw way too many of this in the ER last year.
So another hat that I wear in the hospital, I'm actually our hospital's trauma coordinator. So I run our trauma department because we are a level 4 trauma center. So I I look at all of our trauma patients that we have, and some of them are pediatric patients. So this was a big reason why we stemmed into doing this program, to make sure that kids are safe and that they don't come in if there's accidents and things like that.
And what was maybe some of the feedback that maybe, whether you were told this by some of the students or maybe you overheard them talking about it? Because the really cool thing about this area is that you could be living in town, but your friends might be living on a farm. Yep. So even as we have a cow standing right next to you, or right behind you, I should say, there's going to be experiences that if you're just used to one setting or the other, you may not get a chance to the experience.
Exactly. I had some kids tell me they didn't know how you should walk around a cow, how you should walk around a horse, or where their eyes are located, or that you can get hurt from a goat, you can get hurt from a sheep. They really liked the mannequin. I guess his name was Greg. They really liked him. Anything that was hands-on. Coast Guard was a huge hit. Fire department was a huge hit. Bike safety. Anything where the kids could touch and feel and they could just learn in the moment, that was huge for them. So.
And this was your second World Safety Day?
This is our second. So Kewaunee County actually does the same thing. They've been doing this now, I think, for 35 years. And when I heard that they did this, I said, why don't we do that up here? I said, we have 5 public schools, we have 3 private schools, and we have homeschool children. We need to bring this to our kids up here. So we need that for our local community.
And we had a chance to see kids from all those schools here today. So Niki, thank you so much for having us here and for inviting the county here to learn some good world safety tips.
It was great. It was a long day, but I'm glad the kids had a great time, and we hope that they all learned something they can take back home to their families.
You've been watching New Radio and the Door County Daily News.